We came to Hay-on-Wye for the books, but part 2 takes us away from the town's charming shops and into a quieter side of this Welsh gem, where riverside paths, hidden details, and an unexpected rainbow steal the show. Hello everyone, welcome to Cat Couple Chronicles. In part 1, we spent time exploring the Hay Castle, browsing the Honesty bookshop, visiting Richard Booth's second-hand bookshop, and discovering a few more unique bookstores along the way. The last stop in that video was the old electric shop, where we paused for coffee and fudge, and now it's time to continue exploring more of this lovely town. We are now heading towards the River Wye, where we plan to hike the River Wye Circular Trail. River Wye is the fourth largest river in the UK, stretching for around 250 kilometers. Since it is October, Halloween decorations are everywhere. Almost every nook and corner seems to have a bookshop, which makes it easy to see why Hay-on-Wye is known as the book town. As you can see, there are several walks here, and all of them look really interesting to us. But since we are only here on a day trip and our time is limited, we are choosing the River Walk, which is also known as the River Wye Circular Walk. It is a trail of around 4 kilometers. From here, it leads us to the Warren and then onwards to St. Mary's Church. We have now arrived by the river and it is time to begin the trail. I am sure we are going to enjoy every bit of this walk. I am also excited to see whether we spot any wild animals or birds along the way. Autumn is in full swing and the path is almost hidden beneath a blanket of fallen leaves. If you're lucky, you might spot one or even several of these mammals along the way. Keeping fingers crossed. And just look at that, Snow White and the 7 dwarfs with the swan as their driver. Not a real one, but a wood carving of a fox with an owl perched on top. There is also another owl tucked inside the hollow of the tree. And here is another carving. This time it is a grey heron. এই দেখো সামনে। This is a carving of a bird of prey.
সব ওয়ার্ল্ডের বড় বড় রাইটাররা সব জায়গায় লেখা ছিল যে আমরা উনি বুক ফর Hay-on-Wye 2026.
We are now approaching the Warren, which is a lovely riverside meadow. In medieval times, this area is believed to have been used for breeding rabbits, which is how it got its name. A warren is a network of underground tunnels where rabbits live and raise their young, making it their main habitat. And here is the interesting fact. Rabbits are not native to the UK. They are believed to have been introduced by the Normans in the 12th century.
না এখানে তো মাটি বলেনিও, ও তো একটা কার পার্ক পাওয়া যাবে সেখানটায় বলছিল। এটা তো একদম নদীর ধারে।
This is the warren that I was telling you about earlier. I can only imagine how beautiful it looks in spring when wildflowers are blooming all around. This path is quite muddy and wet, just the way it gets after a spell of rain. The sky is also turning darker, and it feels like rain could be on the way. We are now at St. Mary's Church. It is a very old church, although much of it was rebuilt in 1833. The only surviving part of the earlier building is the 15th century tower.
হয়ে গেছে।
ব্যাস, সেটাই তো বলছি। এই পোস্টটা দেখো।
This post box is painted gold in honor of Josie Pearson, who is from Hay-on-Wye. She had won a gold medal in discus at the 2012 Paralympics.
আউলটাকে দেখেছো কি?
হ্যাঁ,
হ্যাঁ
এর নাম দেখেছো?
হ্যাঁ।
We have reached the castle again and are now taking the shortcut towards the bus stop. Since there is still some time before the bus arrives, we decide to explore the shopping area near the castle. And while waiting for the bus, we come across something quite unique. There is a small ecosystem built on the roof of the bus stop, created to support pollinators such as bees, butterflies, dragonflies. It rained for a few minutes, and then Mother Nature rewards us with this beautiful rainbow. And that brings our day trip to Hay-on-Wye to a close. What starts with bookshops and quiet little streets ends with a scenic walk, a bit of rain, and a beautiful rainbow. A wonderful way to wrap up our visit to this amazing town in Wales. An hour-long bus ride brought us back to our hotel in Hereford. We enjoyed a sumptuous dinner before calling it a night. Thank you for joining us, and tomorrow we have a little time left to explore Hereford before we fly back home to our cats. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.